lots of money has made some people, or should I say most people, achieve wealth and riches in a wrong way. Faking it on Instagram and other social media sites has been a quite competitive thing, if I must say, from boarding private jets, traveling to expensive locations, and purchasing luxurious and expensive cars. You can only dream up, but a lot of people sadly fake it on Instagram, and after all, we all want to look rich, fabulous, great and exciting, and there are some people that take it too far and make it look easy with the way they flaunt their wealth and showing off their expensive purchases on Instagram, and I am talking about a cyber fraud worth over $430 billion. So today we are going to talk about Ramon Abbas, or popularly known as Hushpuppi. Was born on the 14th of June in 1998 in Lagos, Nigeria. Ramon wasn't from a wealthy homes. He has countless of times taking to his social media account narrating how he suffered from birth to acquire all he has today. He became wealthy and famous after he moved to Malaysia. He gave the title of the Dark Horse, as no one knows how exactly he really made his money, and today he is one of the most popular people in Nigeria. Diaspora Hushpuppi's Instagram page is filled with fancy photos where he shows off his not-so-ordinary way of life: private jets, expensive cars, pictures of himself in different 5-star hotels and elite clubs, and clothes by the most fashionable brand like Gucci. It's no big secret that Ray Hushpuppi spends a lot of his fortune to keep up with his comfortable life. In 2017, it was reported that he spent over $5,000 on drinks at Key Locks, a nightclub in Lagos, Nigeria. He once joked about his source of income, stating that he is a professional beggar on his Instagram bio. He stated that he was a real estate developer. Ray Hushpuppi never opens up about his fortune, only he knows how he went from rags to riches. People have a lot of ins, however, no one is really aware of how he made his money. Some say that he has influential friends or sponsors and are convinced he invested his money into a profitable business, which is now booming. Other theories about the Nigerian billionaire includes people accusing him of being a fraud. Stop having an estimated net worth of over $20 million, which is quite impressive, spending his wealth on jets, fashionable clothes, accessories, in cars. Hushpuppi cars includes a Rolls-Royce Wraith, also a company which sells for $340,000, and Ramon's isn't shy about flaunting, and in fact, he isn't shy about plugging anything. Private flight with Gucci and Louis Vuitton luggage, has expensive watches cost around his wrist in a Bugatti, posting photos of sitting on cars worth over thousands of dollars, to stepping out of his Rolls-Royce in Devon, one of the most luxurious cities on earth, posting pictures of him with Nike shoes worth thousands of dollars, to sitting on a Versace robe which cost over $7, spotting in front of his Rolls-Royce in his Bentley. And of course, there are his luxury watches, which includes of Patek Philippine at a whoopee cost of $50,000, in the most expensive of all, his Richard Mille watch at $150,000, purchasing more cars such as a Range Rover Sport, Range Rover Evoque, in a Ferrari. However, the millionaire himself never mentioned his net worth. Of course, Hushpuppi's quick and sudden success did not go unnoticed. Some people have criticized Real, saying that posting so many photos of his luxuries is unacceptable, and that he has to prove that he deserves his money, after Hushpuppi accused Final, a popular Nigerian musician and ice prince, of wearing fake wristwatches. "We are not on the same level. You live and die for Gucci, I will live and die for my people. The hunger is different here. It is very childish to brag about what I have. I care more about touching lives in positive ways. It is not really all about how you have in your bank account, but how many people's lives you have made better. The good thing is that I have a track record in people know what I do, so it doesn't really make sense for me to be exchanging words with someone who just came from nowhere and has no credibility whatsoever." Another Nigerian influential musician called Casey has questioned the millionaire's source of income as well. "Well, it's hard to imagine anyone with this kind of money, and even harder to imagine it all disappearing at once in a blink of an eye. Well, because his Ramon wasn't really a billionaire. Ramon gained a lot of followers by presenting a lavish lifestyle. As his social media account began to grow, so did his plan. He marketed himself as a real estate investor, posting inspirational quotes about staying hungry, working hard to achieve success, and people were drawn to him, and that created a huge amount of victims that were alone to prey on the another. His gang members created fake websites for well-known companies and banks to steal credit card information. People fell for the scam. They will launder the stolen money and be on their way. That was before they were apprehended by the Dubai police for money laundering. Packing in cyber fraud. The police recovered $37 billion in cash, most of which were stacked in 2 suitcases. Further investigations. It was discovered that they were over 2 million victims, most of which were from the United States and few others from Nigeria in Europe. However, cash and victims weren't the only things that were recovered during the raid. 21 laptop. Oops. 47 smartphones, 15 memory sticks, 5 hard drives, and most impressive of all, 13 luxury cars worth over $7 billion. As reported by CNN last month, United Arab Emirates investigators swooped into Ray's Dubai apartment, arrested him and handed him over to FBI agents and flew him to Chicago on July 2. This was after a federal affidavit alleged his extravagant lifestyle was financed through hacking schemes that stole millions of dollars for major companies. In the United States. In Europe, the Federal Bureau of Investigation (FBI) accuses Hushpuppi of being part of a network that made hundreds of millions of dollars from business email compromise frauds and other scams. He was arrested along with 11 others. His attorney Gal Kasetsky declined to get into details on how his client earns his money, but what he does for a living is going to be one of the main points of contention here. He told CNN he said Ski called his client's arrest for kidnapping, saying to come to the United States with no legal proceedings whatsoever. Interestingly, Hushpuppi's social media. Hope the authorities track him down. His Instagram account. For example, how tone email and phone number saved for account security purposes. The authorities got this information and linked his email and phone number to financial transactions and transfers with people the FBI believed were his co-conspirators. Grace cybercrimes reportedly involved huge amounts of money. A paralegal at a New York law firm wired nearly $923,000 meant for a client's real estate refinancing to a bank account controlled by Ray and his co-conspirators. Hushpuppi and an unnamed person also conspired to launder $14.7 million from a foreign financial institution last year, according to a criminal complaint. The man has also been accused of conspiring to try to steal $124 million from an unnamed English Premier League soccer club. Hushpuppi was really held in the Metropolitan Corrections Center in Chicago, but he's now been transported to Los Angeles by the U.S. Marshal Service following a court ruling in the Northern District of Illinois, and may be likely to spend 20 years behind bars in an orange jumper a day before his arrest. He was at the Palazzo Versace in Dubai's a 5-star hotel with luxury apartments. This home there with Versace arts on the walls and flooring and a full service. Well, it's hard to believe for someone living the billionaire life to spending a long time in jail is scary. So there you have it, the wealth and lifestyle of the fake Nigerian billionaire Hushpuppi and how he went from riches to rags. Do you think he will be released? If so, let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to Mr. Rich. My quote for today is: never expect anything from anybody.